Hi, my name is Jans. I'm program manager in Buildit Accelerator, where we focus on early-stage companies which are actually building hardware and IoT solutions. Our acceleration program is 4 months long, where we help companies to develop their product and business. The goal is that in the end of the program, each company are ready to enter the market. So they have market-ready product and strong go-to-market strategy. Also, we think about founders' mentality. We help them not only be success-driven, but also to enjoy the difficult road towards their goals. We believe that idea is worth nothing unless it's executed. And then there's this question. Are you ready to build it, to turn your idea into a business? Today you will hear 4 stories from 4 founders who were ready to build it. I remember one pitch competition in Riga last December. As founder of the first team lives here in Tallinn, he came to Riga at the same day. Shortly after he arrived, he actually already needed to be on stage. True story. When he came on stage, he had this calm and confident look. He looked to the audience and said, "We will give you an opportunity to listen to the music in the way it was meant to be heard." Well, guess who won that pitch competition? Of course, it was Andrus and company, Pulse and Fidelity. I think, okay, microphone? There's a microphone here.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for that wonderful introduction. I tried to amaze with music. But indeed, once upon a time, there was a thing called music in our living rooms, and it was a social thing. It was actually something you enjoyed with your friends, and you knew which each other were listening. So you gathered together to listen to the record, and you were probably getting drunk and maybe some occasional other poisons, but you enjoyed really the music. And of course, the industry saw that it is good for the business, so they wanted you to have more gear, and they sold you into an idea that you can also have a cinema in your homes. And then you had, instead of the music, you had explosions, and then you had rattling and helicopters and everything else. But it became less social than it was before that. And of course, then the headphones. And all of a sudden, the music, which was really meant to join us together, and the music which was really kind of the thing to enjoy, became a solitary confinement for us. So we put the headphones on, and it became an isolation. It became something what you really use for isolating from the people, not listening while you have a good drink with them and talk about the life. So the controversial thing is that now when we have every single album accessible to every single one of us in our phones, we actually don't know that much what we listen anymore. We don't know what our children are listening. We don't know what our significant others are listening. We are basically not using the music to connect ourselves anymore with each other, but we use music for getting away from each other. And of course, then this happened, and being away from each other became kind of a less fun and more work. And this also kind of reflects on the Spotify stock, which, make no mistake, goes only up, it seems. But if you look when it goes up and down, it seems that it will stabilize at the moment when you're in isolation, and then starts climbing when we have to go away again to the open public. So it seems that when people are at home, they really like to enjoy some other things. Those other things are sometimes those speakers which have in your corner for a while and haven't been playing other than from your laptop. So why not take those 60 million in the US alone speakers and convert them to something smart, something what would really like to play the music as it's supposed to be enjoyed? Why not make it a social thing again? And this is what we do. We create a small box, one behind each speaker, what takes your existing pair of your favorite speakers, which are resilient to be thrown away because they are kind of statues at your home, and we make them music machines. We make them the 21st century streaming speakers. And you can really, really enjoy music again with your family and with your friends and out of your headphones. That's the team. We have quite a good experience in audio. And we need about 300 Ks to go from the stage where Buildit has helped us to come as a prototyping, to make really the first batches of the product and then go to the Asia and see if we can make it big. So we like to make music and streaming big again. I'm Andrus. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andrus. Puzzle. I think most of us have put puzzle together, right? And we know that feeling when you need to find that one unique piece to put it in the right place. And it might get quite frustrating. Now imagine that you need to find that piece of puzzle in a 5,000 square meter warehouse. Next team made sure that task to find a single item in a large warehouse is easier than ever with the help of IoT. Martin and company ForkNav.
Thank you. Hello everybody, I'm Martin from ForkNav, and in ForkNav we are developing an Industry 4.1 warehouse management solution. The Industry 4.1 here, it's not a cliché, it's a thing. You can look it up. The problem we're addressing is that the companies who have custom-sized pallet warehouses, they rarely know where the items in the warehouse are stored exactly. They know what they have in the warehouse, but where it is, they don't know. In many cases, they also don't know how old the stuff is. And the forklift operators in those warehouses, they end up wasting a lot of time looking for things. And because of the lack of the knowledge, they make a lot of mistakes during pickup, drop-off, and ship out. The problem is that the lack of digitalization and automation, and that's where we come in. We will digitize the workflow and automate many processes there. We'll give them a simple and intuitive tool to assist them. We'll position the goods without any extra tagging in the warehouse with high-end precision. Our accuracy could be less than 5 centimeters in 3 dimensions. So it will be really easy for the operators to find the goods when they need it. And the dashboard we provide will show them what they have to do, when they have to do it, where they have to do it, and how they should do it. We'll automate the parts of the process that cause most of the errors there, and we'll provide it all in the solution as a service model. What's the outcome? The outcome is expected to be 20 to 30% of savings, whether it's overall savings, savings on fuel, savings on forklift, or savings on the workforce. And what we'll also provide is the forklift telemetrics and analytics, how they're using those forklifts in the warehouse. So what we end up, we digitize and partially automate the operators' actions in the warehouse. The market, the Estonian market for our solution is total about 700 forklifts. In EU, it's 200,000 forklifts. What we aim to achieve is no less than 25,000 forklifts equipped with our solution in the next 5 years. And we'll end up with 5 million monthly recurring revenue in 5 years. The team we have is strong. We worked together the last 7 years. Me and Ilmar, who is sitting there, we've known each other more than 20 years, and our first startup was back in 2007, which we failed with, thank God. So far, we've invested 200,000 ourselves. We've had investment from Buildit for 50,000 euros, as a pre-seed money, and today we are looking for 300,000 euros as a seed money to speed up our development and sales process. Thank you very much. If you have any questions, find me and I'll get them to you. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Martin. Pictures, pictures, pictures. All of us, we have pictures of ourselves. Sometimes we actually like them. Sometimes we ask professional photographers to take pictures of us, and then they come with 1, 2, sometimes even 3 bags filled with lighting equipment. Next team said no more, as they built compact, smart lighting for professional photographers all around the world and made their lives much easier from now on. Alvis and company, Aptolux.
Hello, everyone. I'm Alvis from Aptolux, and I have been a filmmaker for more than 10 years. And during that time, I had the chance to use many different lights. And here comes the problem. Every situation requires a different setup, and it's really expensive to buy them all. And the biggest pain is the mobility. You end up going on filming location carrying several bags of lights. So Aptolux came up with a solution, a trapeze-shaped modular light system. A full set contains 6 pieces, and it can replace all those different panels in the market. You can use them as 6 small standalone panels, stick them together in pairs, create sticks, join all 6 of them together to create to lighten up a bigger or a wider scene, or even a ring light. While stacked together in any form, they share data and power. So any combination you build will require just 1 power source. And disassembly, they will still fit into a regular backpack, leaving space for other gear. We have talked to 100 videographers from Europe and North America, and 80% of them confirm that they are having the same problems, and this is the solution. Our customer or our early adapter is a professional videographer. He usually works alone or in small teams, mostly shooting on locations and having spent already 1,500 euros on light equipment. How do we compete? This is actually the first really adaptable light system to many situations. It's really easy to use, and it's packed with all the features needed for modern videography. And it's the most compact light system compared to its size, to its brightness. And you would have to spend at least 3,000 euros to buy all those different panels, but you would spend way less with Aptolux by spending just 900 euros. Our business model would be selling those panels and accessories through our own e-commerce store, and later on we scale up through online resellers and also stores. 1.5 million filmmakers already own at least 1 LED panel. 700,000 panels were sold last year, which generated a revenue of 115 million euros. Our business target is to have a profit of 8.9 million euros in the next 5 years, and we would be able to achieve it by acquiring 40% of our early adapters group. We would reach those customers through the channels where they get the information, inspiration, and also buying their gear. We are now, we did close our pre-seed investment. We are planning to finish our prototype and starting manufacturing at the end of the fall and crowdfunding campaign at the beginning of the next year. Our team has all the skills necessary to reach those targets. And I'm looking for any kind of connections, people who would love to take part in our journey. Thank you.
Thank you, Alvis. Boy, you are tall. I had this joke. We have 5 tall people in Buildit. Alvis is 2 of them. Research has shown that population of bees are decreasing. And if bees will extinct, also will humans. At least that's what I heard in one documentary I found a few months ago. Well, next team helps beekeepers to hear what bees have to say. And they will reveal their secret, how they are doing that. Ru and company, BeeSage.
Hi, my name is Ru, and I'm here to tell you about BeeSage. Bees pollinate more than 1/3 of the world's crops. They also contribute to sustainable farming and income, biodiversity, and environmental protection. Sadly, there's a lot of research that shows that lately bees are experiencing a decline because of pesticides, varroa mites, unpredictable climate, and insufficient forage. This is Anna. On her day off, she went 80 kilometers from Riga. She drove to Ligatne just to check on her beehives. And she discovered that in 2 of the hives, more than half of the bees have disappeared. If she had a way to monitor the situation from the distance, she could actually ask one of her neighbors to check on, to help in the case of any problems, and this could be prevented. Now, enter BeeSage. This tiny box, it contains multiple sensors. Data of temperature, humidity, and sound can all help us indicate bee well-being. Now, also there's an accelerometer, and that measures the difference in position, so that if the hive is moved or if it's knocked over, then the beekeeper will receive a notification, and this can help us protect the beehive from both 2- and 4-legged intruders. Our product is designed to satisfy the needs of both commercial and private beekeepers in Europe. There's almost 650,000 of them, and it can help them to boost their profits and to save time that they usually spend on everyday operations. Now, we are different from other companies in the market through our improved technology. And the battery lasts over 3 years. The design is super simple, and the beekeepers can also benefit from a lower cost with every single sensor node that they purchase. So me and my co-founder Geert, we met at LMT IoT Hackathon, and within 36 hours we built the first prototype. Since then we've been iterating with the help from our advisors and potential customers, and we are right now starting a test with 11 beekeepers, and we're planning to get to market by the end of the year. And this is only the start, because then we will also use prescriptive analytics with all the data that we acquire. Now, we are competent in both hardware and software, and we have advisors as well, including Jānis, who's a member of Latvian Beekeeping Association, and his company, Bee King, they actually have a synergistic app, and they want to integrate our sensors, so that will give us a solid distribution channel. Now, we're not raising right now. We have a solid runway from Bee King, from Buildit, sorry. But we welcome any introductions for our seed round in spring, so please get in touch. And as Winnie the Pooh said, you never can sell with bees. Our mission is to empower the beekeepers to make sure that they can, through real-time data provided by BeeSage. Thank you very much.
These were just a few stories of Buildit Accelerator, and we have many more which we want to share with you next time. Right now we have an open call for our batch 12 until the end of September. If you are a hardware or IoT company looking for acceleration program, an investment up to 300,000 euros, apply. You can apply through our webpage, which is buildit.lv, or you can just catch me or Alexander Tonison here in Latitude, today or tomorrow. Let's make good things happen. Thank you very much.